So a lot of people ask me about Takashi 69. Like, what do you think of him? What do you think of his music and all that? What do you think of him as a person? Me personally, I never liked him, but I'm the type of person, if I don't like somebody, I'm not gonna sit up talking about him all night. But somebody asked me to do this video, so this is what I think is sabotaging his career now. It's not even that he's a bad rapper, when personally I feel like he's extremely overhyped, but he does way too much of this. Everybody knew sooner or later that he was gonna get his ass whooped. Out there, at the airport, whatever, out there in LA. If you were smart, you saw that coming. Every interview, he's always talking about, I don't have to do this. I don't have to check in with such and such. I'm this. I'm the king of New York and all that. Like, first of all, clearly nobody knew who he was in the first place. Like, it's not like he just has a reputation for being in the streets and all that. This dude just came out of nowhere and just blew up on, World Star Hip Hop. His music videos and shit like that. So it's not like he was like well known and like that. Second of all, you got the colorful shit in his head and all that. Like, it's just so much about him that screams, you not about that life. So why do you keep talking all that type of shit? And that's the thing with music these days. Everything's about an image. Everything's about how can I appeal to people? How can I make myself look out to be this? It's not about, well, can I stay on beat? Do I have a decent beat? Is my lyricism on point? Like, am I actually a good fucking rapper? It's not about that these days. It's, well, damn, what controversial shit can I do that's gonna make me unique? How much shit can I talk? Who can I beef with? Who can I get attention from? What type of buzz can I get on social media? Like, let me just be an attention whore. A lot of rappers these days, I think that's where the studio gangster shit comes from. If we didn't glorify these things, it would be like, well, how many bodies does this dude have? Or like, is he known, in the streets where he from? When you pay attention to shit like that, if we be like, well, can he make a decent song? Can he spit a decent 16? We wouldn't have these problems. But people support that type of shit, and that's why these rappers feel like, well, I gotta do is, like, for example, Soulja Boy. Guys aren't thinking like, well, maybe if I make a decent song that's actually catchy, people will fuck with. Maybe I can stay in the media like that. Instead, you know what? Who can I diss? Who can I start some childish shit with in the industry that's buzzing right now, so I get attention from people calling it clout chasing these days. So yeah, I don't like him just based upon that. You clearly not as tough as you claim to be. It was 5 of them, and they got their ass whooped by 2 people. What does that happen to? That in itself. And he walked off from that, and he's still talking shit. I'm still a king of the New York this. Nobody's gonna touch me. I'm gonna keep trolling. I'm a blood and all that. Why everybody gotta bring gang affiliation in music, man? Like, leave that shit alone. It's not gonna get you nowhere. He could have just took the Slim Jesus approach. Yeah, I just like talking about this type of stuff. I don't actually do it. It'd be better for him, but he's not gonna get the attention he wants anymore. Then I can't even say that, because like, he's still kind of weird. I guess no, that's not really the word to use. He's different with his hairstyle and his rapping style. I feel like he still get attention. But just be real, like, this is just music. I don't really do all the type of shit. We need to really stop glorifying like ignorant thug culture in music and bring back real hip hop. This actually shows kind of like the weird hypocrisy about it is. You got guys like Takashi 69, they like, oh, we want to see if you really about that life, if you really an ignorant street nigga or whatever. Then you got people like NBA Youngboy. People really in denial about him whooping his girlfriend ass and all that. Well, I won't say people are in denial. I feel like that's trying to justify it. All that. And then you have some people that are like, whoa, how could he do that to her and all that? Or like when Famous Dex got caught putting his hands on his girlfriend in a hotel. It's like, we can sit up and listen to these dudes call women bitches and hoes Talk about shooting the shit out of people for no reason. Kicking in doors all day long. Putting hands on women, all of that. But when they really do what they rap about, we're surprised. Damn, he gotta do better. Damn, Dex, the damn famous Dex. You don't have to do it like that. Are you really surprised? Like, the type of person? Like, I'm not saying you have to judge somebody based on the music, but it's like, are you really surprised? Look at what they promote. I mean, people been known that NBA YoungBoy was abusive to that girl for a good minute now. Every time somebody interviews her about it, she gets on her social media, she denies it. But obviously, it's because one, I guess she's really in love with him, and she's naive and in denial about it. And two, I mean, the man's rich. Like, it's not a lot of people that's just gonna be like, well, just gonna find somebody else. Like, no, like, all the money has, she willing to take all that abuse and all the crazy shit that comes with him. And I don't even listen to him like that. So, like, I had to do my own research and all. Like, I would see people post pictures of him on, like, his song, whatever, but, like, I would never been the type of person like, ooh, this is new, this is hot, I'm gonna go check this out. I don't really care for him even, like, more now that I've, like, heard about all this. Like, I used to have, like, yeah, he made his girlfriend sleep in the hotel lobby outside while he was fucking somebody else, and I'm like, this the dude I be seeing all types of girls on Instagram be like, this is my MCM, this is dude cute and all types of shit. Like, wow, okay. Don't take much these days. So it's just crazy, man. It's like, on one hand, it's like we expect all of this shit from these rappers. Like, oh, you gotta be tough, you gotta be a street nigga and all type of stuff. Like with mainstream music, like, oh, he's not really about that life. Is he really a criminal? And then when these dudes do crazy shit, coon shit, then it's like, whoa, I didn't, like, you can't have it both ways. I'm a believer in karma. I'm a strong believer in the fact that if you put out positive energy, you're gonna get positive energy back. If you put out negative energy, it's probably gonna come back to you. So my thing about that is, if you're a studio gangster and you sitting up, yeah, I used to be this back before I got famous. I do this. I'm walking around living like this. This is how I'm cut. I'm doing all this type of shit. Sooner or later, the people who are really doing shit like that is gonna get up with you. And you're gonna have to deal with that. Or if you make it that far in life, as far as a career path with music, in the industry and all that, and you still doing that shit and you don't change up, your ass gonna get locked up, or you're gonna face all types of other shit that's gonna come with that, repercussions. So my thing about it is, as far as hip hop, because it's the main thing I'm noticing, we need to stop doing a marketing thing. We need to stop expecting, certain things. People like, oh, well, this dude don't look like he tough. Like, it should be about music. It should be about the quality of you as a rapper. It shouldn't be about, well, how many bodies does this nigga have? Or has he done this or some shit like that? Are you a decent artist? That's what it should really be about. Hell, a lot of these guys aren't even decent artists. They just do crazy shit like that sets them apart. Think about it. 6ix9ine has fucking rainbows in his head. Shit like that. That made people pay attention to him. Lil Uzi is like a Satanist, like low key, whatever he considers it. And everybody has some type of fucking gimmick that makes them special. I mean, what about just actually making good music? We need to get back to that. Obviously, gangster rap music, trap, drill, whatever you want to call it, it's not going away anytime soon. But my thing is, how many ways can we really come up with, saying the same shit? If that genuinely comes from your heart and that's the life you live and that's what you want to talk about, find some way to contribute, bro. Like, talk about the dangers of shit like that. If you're gonna talk about selling drugs and shit all the time, talk about going through withdrawals. Talk about family members or like loved ones that you lost to drugs. Talk about what it's like to be in jail and shit like that. Don't be sending people off glorifying a lifestyle that you technically ain't even living. You're gonna talk about killing shit, killing people all the time. Talk about what it's like to fight a case, going to the penitentiary, shit like that. Talk about how, being in the streets and shit like that. Once you get behind them walls, ain't nobody gonna have your fucking back. Talk about shit like that. We been hearing the same shit for years. Like, bro, like it's time for a change. Like, we don't really need that type of shit in music. Now, obviously, it's gonna be there, but if you gonna talk like that, at least be about it. At least.